Good morning, millennials, and welcome back to the Toast. Happy Friday, or should I say Friday?
It's giving Friday for a number of reasons.
Let's list them.
Shall I count the ways?
One, it's actually Friday, which is amazing. We're not like living in delusion land.
Right, which is always a yay, like
always.
when it's a Friday.
I don't care like if it's a Friday and I'm living, the worst life. It's Friday.
Yeah. You're one step closer to your dreams. 2,
last night we officially ended our mini residency at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. We had our fourth and final show. Is that correct?
Fourth and final.
And it was incredible. Had the time of my life. Gonna miss it. They're literally like our family over there.
Yeah, it's definitely our second home. Mm-hmm. We live 8 shows for 4. Mm-hmm. And the other venues, not to pit venue against one another, but they kind of need to step their pussies up. Like, we felt incredibly warmed and welcomed.
Well taken care of.
They wrote us like the sweetest note on our last show day, like just like
kind of obsessed,
kind of a love letter to the Toast,
and mostly to the swirlies who showed up. They were like, "You have the most incredible community."
It was actually about you guys, and you left a really great,
an indelible mark
on the theater.
And while it is the end of one chapter, another door. Is the closing of one door, a window opens. We've kind of been teasing secret project. We were really excited on our Instagram today. We announced that we've actually added one more show to this sort of summer series we're doing, if you will.
Girly Swirly Summer.
And we wanted to hit up, a favorite place of ours, a summer destination for a lot of the swirlies. And, we've been very New York, Long Island focused. We're headed down to the Jersey Shore area.
DTS, as the kids say.
So our Philly girls, our Jersey girls, our Jersey Shore summer swirlies. We are going to be in Atlantic City, August 17th at the Borgata Casino. Kind of a place where Jax and I became the women that we are. We have spent many a turnt weekend at the Borgata Casino.
Yeah, I feel like people don't know because it's not while we were doing this show. Pre-Toast, BT, before Toast, we were Atlantic City swirlies. We went to Atlantic City probably minimum twice a year, once in the summer at least, and once in the winter to get our gambling fix in. Even right after we did Taylor Swift concert when we went to...
For my 21st birthday, we went to the 1989 World Tour concert. And then in Jersey.
From there, we went to Atlantic City because we would jump at any chance to go to Atlantic City. We've always stayed at the Borgata. So to be playing the Borgata Casino and Resort is so full circle, such an honor. I'm so excited to meet the Jersey Swirlies.
It's literally the place that made us the women we are today.
Right. So we were also looking for promotional assets from our time down the shore. And we just...
But it's not the shore. We need to stop saying that. But it's close to the shore. So I feel like a lot of people summer at the shore and it's nearby.
No, it's literally so close to the shore. The last time we went to Atlantic City, Shaq was DJing at the Borgata pool, I think.
Yep.
And I was with my friends down the shore because Rebecca summers there. And it was a 10-minute cab ride to get, it's down the shore.
No. And it's a summer destination and all the girlies who are swirling their summers in Jersey will be able to attend. So it's August 17th. That's a Saturday night. And it is, here's the details for tickets. So we are announcing today, the Patreon members will get a pre-sale. It's not too late to become a Patreon member. So if you're really worried, it might sell out. Become a Patreon member. That's Monday, in 3 days, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern time. There will be a code. It'll be on the Patreon for members only. Then Tuesday, the venue has their own pre-sale. Wednesday at 10 a.m., everybody else, general public on sale. I don't know how many tickets will be left, meet and greet or regular tickets. So just be mindful of the times, 10 a.m. Eastern on Monday for Patreon members, 10 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday for everybody else.
Per usual, make haste. I don't think we're setting aside 100 tickets for our friends and family. So usually for every show that we've done this summer, eventually 50 tickets open up because we've acquiesced and we've sort of surrendered the idea that we don't have 100 friends and family coming to every single show. So I don't think that we even allocated that for this one. So I don't know how many late term tickets will open.
Yeah. So just like Jackie said, make haste. I'm so excited. I was feeling a little sad that last night, even though we still have the 2 Beacon shows next week, which, that's really our home away from home.
Yeah.
The little shows we've been doing here in West Hampton have been so nice. I think a lot of the swirlies who have traveled in, this is their first time in the Hamptons, so they're getting to experience it, and swirlies just sort of kicking it off. I have had the best time. It's been so much fun. Yeah. And I'm so glad we're extending it.
And the show is a real show.
Yeah.
And the show is in a great place. And the show is different every show because we are topical swirlies and we're not actresses. And it would behoove us to become actresses.
Yeah, but it's really fun. You really never know what's going to happen at a Gizno show. But I agree. Like we've gotten it to a place where it's something I'm really proud of. Like every time we get off stage, like I know we gave people their money's worth.
Yeah.
It's so swirly. It's a combination of everything you probably love if you love the toast. And it's just fun. And there's music and we dance and we sing and we laugh so fucking hard. And it's been amazing. I can't wait to keep adding them. And we see your comments, come here, come here. We are working. We are just,
We will slowly make our way. But I think by the time we're 80, the Jizno,
we'll have hit all 50 states.
I think that's a really good goal.
So down.
Like there's no rush for Jizno.
No. Like it's kind of evergreen.
And the title is evergreen. Like it could be a girly swirly night out forever. I wish for night outs like this forever.
Elder girly swirly. Ages now. Like we could seriously.
Yeah.
The iterations are boundless.
They are
endless. So that was an exciting announcement. We have a great show today. We have stories. Oh, we have Queenie and Weenie of the week. Oh my God. Okay. And we just have good shit. Girlies swirling, gossiping. Today is the first day of the rest of my life because the Olympics officially begin this evening. The opening ceremonies are tonight. And I can't wait.
We have some OC news, so we'll be talking about the Olympics. We actually have a couple.
We have some OC.
Opening ceremony. Yeah, industry insiders.
Oh, okay. So like Orange County out. Olympic ceremonies in. Got it.
We have some OOC, fine. Olympic opening ceremonies.
Double
OC
Love that.
news. Other
the
Olympics
celebs have
news.
flocked to Paris. I feel like, maybe it feels familiar that it doesn't, I don't ever remember seeing a red carpet for the Olympics, but I saw Zendaya and Charlize Theron on a red carpet.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know.
I guess wherever the Olympics are held, make it your own.
Yeah. There are certain destinations that make it more of a celeb hotspot, like Paris. I don't know if all the celebs were rushing to Sochi or China, but yeah, Paris, I feel like half of them were already there, for work tings.
Or they were down the Paris shore.
Yeah, they were at the south of France.
Do the Parisians also say down the shore when they're talking about Saint-Tropez?
Yeah, when you're in the south of France at Hotel du Cap, that's kind of like the Borgata of
France.
South of France, yeah.
I see no difference.
I guess that we'll have to do our next show there.
At Hotel du Cap.
If they'll have us.
I think they would.
I think they would.
They're
too.
super swirly.
1000%.
Who isn't? And who would ever want to even admit that they're not swirly?
Miserable folk.
Miserable folk. The elk of misery.
The elk of misery. I love that.
It's beautiful.
Just throwing it out there for title options if nothing better, comes up naturally.
If nothing better sprouts.
How did we get here? Oh, we've got Olympic stories. Oh, the Olympic ceremonies tonight. I'm planning my whole day around it.
Right.
I'm so
I already
excited.
forgot, but I'm back on the horn. And will it be airing at 8 p.m.?
7:30.
Great, because I saw someone being like, it's going to be at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
U.S. time. Sorry, the time difference between France and the U.S., it's not my problem. NBC figure it out. NBC make it digestible.
And I actually think they do a good job of that.
When someone was trying to tell me about the time difference affecting, not my problem.
No, I think Peacock does a really good job of getting you the primetime moments at a prime time.
Yeah.
And somehow it's not spoiled.
Yeah.
Sometimes Simone Biles won gold, but it hasn't aired yet. But most of the time you don't.
No, someone was trying to make me feel like if we wanted to watch the opening ceremony, we had to be up at 1 a.m.
Well, I think if anything major happens,
it would be on X beforehand.
Yeah, but I saw a TikTok ad today for the opening ceremonies and it said 7:30 on Peacock.
Great.
And, that's where my ass will be. Looking for me at 7:30. I'm parked on the couch.
Oh, so we have to have an early dinner.
No, yeah, my whole life begins today. I've been looking forward to Swirly Summer, obviously, but the biggest part of Swirly Summer that I've been looking forward to is the Olympics. I need to get my red, white, and blue. I actually literally brought a red, white, and blue dress for this occasion.
Yeah, and it was 4th of July. We have 4th of July wears.
Yeah, but I brought it for the Olympics.
So many cute stuff for the boys, all this USA stuff.
They are basically Olympians.
Yeah.
I'm an Olympic podcaster.
We should get some of the official collab clothes, Skims and J. Crew. And
well, they do always the Ralph Lauren polo vibe. That's never really my vibe. Do they do Skims again this year?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out.
I think she just made the undies.
Yeah, right. Last year I got not last year, the last Olympics I got the pajamas. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I gotta check that out.
Okay. Well, we have a lot to do on this Friday, not all just celebrating the nature.
Our great nation.
And the nature of the day. So I guess without further ado, you never know, we could always pop back in, but without further ado, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by Splenda Stevia. You know the little yellow packets of sweetener, and they have created something brand new over at Splenda, and it's Splenda Stevia. Just so you know, it is made, of course, by Splenda brand, but it doesn't have any of the original Splenda in it. Splenda Stevia is an all-new plant-based sweetener that uses U.S.-grown stevia. And unlike other stevia brands, stevia Splenda uses U.S. grown stevia that they grow on their own farm in Florida. Having a U.S. farm also means lower carbon emissions and greater sustainable practices. So Splenda stevia is available in packets, pouches, and liquid sweeteners. Splenda stevia is a 0-calorie sweetener, and it is perfect to use anywhere that you use sugar. I've kind of been on this like journey with sugar. I'm such a Splenda loyal. There are certain brands, like for me, they're always just going to work for me. Splenda is one of them. And Jackie was recently telling me, she switched to stevia, all the benefits, yada, yada. And you know me, I'm like, okay, sure. But then Splenda came out with Splenda stevia. And I was like, okay, this is something I can actually adapt into my everyday life. Because I don't change. Change is not like I'm going to the sugar aisle, I'm going yellow. I can still go yellow and enjoy the benefits of stevia thanks to Splenda stevia. So visit splenda.com/thetoast and use our code, TheToast, and you'll get a free sample of Splenda stevia. That's right. Free sample using our code. That's SPLENDA.com/TheToast. Our code is TheToast for a free sample of Splenda stevia. Yeah, that's right. We're just kind of like over here giving out free stuff. If you love free stuff, head to splenda.com/thetoast and use our code TheToast for a free sample of their new Splenda stevia. Today's episode is also brought to you by Seed. It doesn't take much to change the balance of your day-to-day life, and the same goes for the sensitive vaginal microbiome. 9 out of 10 women have an unstable vaginal microbiome, and that's why Seed created the VS01 Vaginal Symbiotic to restore a healthy vaginal microbiome and sustain regulated pH levels. So we all know Seed, they're a trusted brand when it comes to their DS01 Daily Symbiotic. And if you've been looking for their new product, here it is. It's the VS01 Symbiotic. Just like your gut has a unique microbiome, so does your vagina. And the vaginal microbiome is your natural defense system and key driver of gynecological, urogenital, and reproductive health. And VS01 marks a new era in vaginal care with a sustainable approach to address the root causes of imbalance. So VS01 is an ongoing system that maximizes efficacy with minimal impact on your day-to-day life. The intensive first-month reset helps rapidly replenish an optimal vaginal microbiome and then sustain a simple ongoing 2-tablet monthly schedule. It's designed to help maintain a stable vaginal microbiome and regulate your pH. So that's just 2 tablets a month. You can find the perfect balance and get proactive with your vaginal care with the VS01 from Seed. That's SEED.com/toast. Use our code 25TOAST. That's 25TOAST to get 25% off. That's 25% off the VS01 from Seed, their new product at seed.com/toast, SEED.com/toast. Our code is 25TOAST. 25TOAST. So make sure to use that link, seed.com/toast, and use our promo code 25TOAST to get 25% off. Today's episode is also brought to you by Hill House Home. You might know Hill House Home already because they invented the viral nap dress. It is the most flattering and comfortable dress. It has their signature smocking. It's perfect for the dress girls. They instantly became like a kind of cult following brand. Celebrities love it. Everyone wears the dresses. I love Hill House Home. Of course, we know them for their dresses, but I think a lot of people are sleeping on some of their other products, namely their robes, their pajamas. So cute, so comfy. Their aesthetic is very like prairie girl, flower queen, and it's so cute. It's giving Nancy Meyers, but she lives in a cottage, Cottagecore, I guess that's what the kids are calling it. Hill House Home makes fun fashion, and it makes you feel really good. So they've got robes, pajamas, swim, shoes, bedding. It all started with bedding back in 2016, and they really nailed it. Their patterns, their prints are so cute. Their bathrobes and pajamas are super soft too, perfect for that getting ready moment. The pajamas are made from the same cotton fabric as their baby onesies, so you can sleep like a baby. And they have products for people of all ages. The brand also has baby and kids, so if you want a matching moment or you need a baby gift, they have the cutest tiny little robes, onesies, and PJs that you can monogram. Oh, I didn't think about that for like a baby gift for someone, because the brand is really just so like sweet, and the patterns are very like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like soft almost. And it's really great for somebody who's entering that stage of their life, or it's just great for yourself. So get 15% off your order of $100 or more at hillhousehome.com with our code TheToast. Again, that's code TOAST15, TOAST15 for 15% off your order at hillhousehome.com.
Thank you, Turt.
An absolute pleasure.
Our first story, happy birthday to J-Lo. So Jennifer Lopez channeled Queen Charlotte in a Victorian-style gown for a Bridgerton-themed birthday party. Okay, J-Lo
it's a lot.
had a Bridgerton-themed birthday party. It was her 55th birthday party in the Hamptons. Oh, that was a detail that I did not know until now, that this was in the Hamptons.
She's been in the Hamptons all summer.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she was actually at...
Do you know where? Not to blow up her spot.
I think she's in Southampton, and because she was spotted in Southampton town a bunch, and she was at a store or a restaurant. I saw a picture like the day after we were once.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Not to make it about us.
No, of course not. We would literally never dream of doing such a thing.
But anyways, she had a Bridgerton-themed birthday party for her 55th birthday party. A couple things to note here. Ben Affleck was not in attendance. But
These days, not shocking.
After seeing the photos of this party, what place does he have there? Seriously, what he wouldn't have dressed in theme.
No, let's really start at the top. So this is J-Lo. She's obviously like in a unique place in her life right now. And not in her life, more so her career. Actually also her life, because she's allegedly going through a divorce. And I can't really explain why, but I had sort of like a visceral reaction to seeing like this grown ass woman having like the biggest birthday party about this like fantasy show where she's like having outfit changes. Yeah, this young adult like kind of sexy show. Like she's doing outfit changes. She's wearing like these crazy extravagant gowns, and I was just like, oh,
it's giving big dope. But I'm at a place right now where like when the more people knock J-Lo, like the more I want to defend her.
Yeah.
The party is hard for me.
I know.
Because like
it's giving Disney adult. That's what I'll say. And I hate to clown on other people's choices, but you know, here I am doing it.
And it's okay because like it's, you know, very expensive birthday party. She's wearing a dress that was crafted by 40 artisans over 3,500 hours.
It's just crazy. I can't explain why. Bridgerton is like super popular. Everyone loves it. I just feel like, you know, call me ageist, if you will. I feel like you reach a certain point in your life where, you know, like this is not an option.
You age out of this. Yeah. No, I agree with that. However, when I first heard that Ben wasn't there, I was like, oh, that's a major red flag. Much like the selling of the house. Like he doesn't go to her, it was her 55th birthday.
Yeah.
But now seeing the pictures, like, or maybe she could only have this party because they're not together.
He would never have gone for it.
How could he arrive at this party? He's not wearing a wig and tails.
No, and he's kind of known for his Fabissina Punum.
Like he's bringing his Dunkin' Donuts and his cigarette.
And his like smug, mean muggin' face.
And he would have ruined the party even if they were the happiest couple.
It's so true. Like every picture, you just see this like dark cloud. He's literally that character from Inside Out, Gloom, who played Phyllis from The Office. Like everywhere she goes, like she just brings this sort of like sadness and like this storm, like an actual storm cloud. I agree. I couldn't see him at this party. And maybe that's why she had the party that she did. Maybe it's like, you know, I'm so sick of my husband who's so negative. Like he would have told me not to do this. And you know what? Maybe this party is like a manifestation of what she wants.
Maybe it was
maybe we shouldn't clown on it. I don't know.
Maybe
it's
it was
just
a big fight of theirs. Maybe it was the straw that broke the camel's back when she said she wanted a Bridgerton themed birthday. And she like to her, like, this is independence and this is freedom.
Yeah. I can't explain exactly why, because Bridgerton is it's like porn. It's not for kids. Like it's not. But I don't know why it gives me the same vibes as like, you know, adults who go to Disneyland and like then move to Orlando to be closer to it. Like I can't explain.
No, it's not for kids, but there's a group in between like kids and grown.
But
women.
I'm saying it's like a very grown show. They have like, you know, fellatio in the show.
Yeah.
Cunnilingus, if you will.
And she can watch a show and any grown person like can watch the show, but this is just a lot for a birthday party and it's a little silly.
It's a little silly with like the outfit changes and the splendid evening. Like,
yeah, but
it's interesting.
I support.
I support, you know, women just doing whatever they want. You know,
yeah,
like
that's true.
Could it be me? Never in a million years. Do I support it? Also, no. But I'll allow it.
So you don't want to for next year? I should just scrap this.
Were you working on like a mood board for my surprise party that you were going to make a Bridgerton theme? Yeah, no. I'm off Bridgerton. Like I thought the first season was like fabulous, and ever since then, it's just like it's not doing it for me.
I'm off Bridgerton.
I don't know if they'll capture what they captured in that first season ever again.
Yeah,
but they have a crazy fandom, like really, really from the books, from social media, from Netflix. They have like they have an insane audience.
But I also like have to give credit. I have to thank Bridgerton like for my life, because Bridgerton was the thing for me that got me into like historical fiction. Like because of Bridgerton, I watched Downton Abbey.
Did you ever read the Bridgerton books?
No. Okay. But when I watched the show, I wasn't really so into like royal history, like all of this until Bridgerton. And I really liked the first season. I was like, I want more of that and I want the real story.
Right.
And then I watched Downton Abbey after that. I watched Victoria. Like Bridgerton was the thing that like sent me down. And I don't even want to call it like a rabbit hole because I live here. Like I am a rabbit in this hole. It was
kind of like your moving van.
Yeah. So I want to thank Bridgerton for like sparking an interest in me that
I didn't realize that was the timeline of events.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Fun fact about me.
Extremely fun. I'm having a blast.
I will only clown on Bridgerton like to a degree.
And we can't talk about Bridgerton without talking about...
and also something else about Bridgerton, like every collab that they do, I need to buy it all. Like I was at Williams-Sonoma, they have a Bridgerton collab. Like it's made for me. Everything
about... They done a Love Shack Fancy collab. I feel like the brands are really similar.
Yes. And also I was shopping at Neiman's or one of the department stores, and they had like a some makeup company was having a Bridgerton like lipstick or whatever.
Yeah.
And they set out all this furniture that was Bridgerton-style. And I was like, can I get the vanity and the mirror and I need the picture frame? And they're like, this stuff is not for sale, miss.
Yeah, no, that's really cute. I also I am physically incapable of talking about Bridgerton without talking about kind of one of the almost a cautionary tale, if you will, Regé-Jean.
Yeah.
Where in the world is Regé from Bridgerton? You know, he couldn't return to this massive show because he was so inundated with other projects. Never saw him in anything ever again. And there was a lot of speculation that he was going to be Bond. And that was the only way I was like, okay, you leaving this massive show that like made you who you are, you're going to be Bond, I'll allow it. Lo and behold, he never became Bond. Did they ever say who Bond is? Oh yeah, the guy with the older wife.
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Aaron. So just a reminder, Regé-Jean Paul never booked that big thing that he was apparently so busy.
Also, the other stars of Bridgerton, some of them are still very much in the show, busy schedules. But
Phoebe Dynevor.
what does she get into? I know she's like a girly about town, but as far as work.
I don't know. I feel like Bridgerton very much exists in a vacuum, similar to that.
Game of Thrones.
Exactly, taking the words right out of my mouth. Thank you. Where you become so massively famous on this show, but it just kind of exists in its own universe, and it's very, very tough
to break out.
And when you think about the biggest breakout stars it's years since Game of Thrones ended. When we think about the biggest breakout stars, it wasn't even the most famous people. I would say that Jason Momoa is the most famous person from that show. He was seriously in a handful of episodes in the first season, and that's it. Like most people don't even associate him with it. Then I would say Sophie Turner, and I would say she's the only one. There was a moment where we were like, okay, Emilia Clarke is going to breach she's going to go over the bridge. She's
going to go over the Bridgerton.
She's going to leave Westeros and go over the Bridgerton and leave Westeros and actually do. And she had a couple of rom-coms they almost hit, like they were almost there. It's like kind of a weird, it's like a little bit of a curse. I think sometimes it happens like a show like Riverdale. Some people have made it out though, not as severe as Game of Thrones. A bunch of people have made it out of Riverdale, but sometimes they just like live in Riverdale.
Yeah. Also, Phoebe Dynevor wasn't younger, but that was before.
Because that was while she was hitting. Yeah, I was in Bridgerton.
Thinking I've seen her in something else. I know that I have. And then there's also this movie called Snatch, which I feel like is something that I'm supposed to watch because it's an
autobiography of Margot.
Right. It has like every time I look up, we do this all the time, and I always see it there, and I'm like, I need to watch it because I'm interested in all the actors.
But the point you were making does ring true. It's like she also, not in such a drastic way. I think Regé-Jean is much more drastic, but she's just like fashion-y and a socialite, so she's famous and in the news a lot. She also just got engaged. Like she is out and about, but in terms of popular work, pretty much starts and ends with Bridgerton.
Bridgerton.
So it is like a blessing and a curse. But I feel like all the girls from that show, and I forget her name, who was the star in the second season, like blew up. She's like one of the faces of Louis Vuitton. She's very fashion-y.
Yes.
They all end up being like, and maybe it's because they're all European, they're not American, but they all end up being like high fashion Euro, like Milan Fashion Week girlies.
Yeah.
Front row.
Also fun, but does it pay the bills?
No, and it's not acting.
Yeah.
It's different.
Are you ready for our next story? Some Olympic news. Some rumors are swirling.
Are we like breezing through the stories?
I don't think so.
Like, right? What number is it?
2.
Oh my God, not me being dramatic.
Like kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
Rumors are swirling that Taylor Swift is going to the Paris 2024 Olympics. And furthermore, rumors are swirling that she will be performing in the opening ceremony.
Yes. Okay. So that was actually going to be my Queenie of the Week. I heard this rumor. I didn't realize it had made it to the press. I heard it from like a trusted source yesterday.
Well, this rumor in the press is just that she will be attending, which isn't far-fetched. She's in Europe.
Yep. This is like the most global event of the year.
Yeah.
She doesn't go to much, like even things you think she would go to. So if she does go, it's surprising, but not terribly. What I had heard was that tailored. So it's pretty much confirmed Celine Dion is the performer. And, you know, she's going to be representing France, even though she's French, Canadian, whatever. Let's not get into it. And nobody in the comments like explained that to me properly. Like I still don't understand what the connection is, but I'll allow it because it's Celine. And I had heard that at the end of her performance, I guess as like sort of the next Olympics is going to be in LA. So America's hosting next. And so while this French singer is singing, she's sort of going to pass the baton on at the end of her performance to an American singer to sort of symbol the next Olympics, pass the baton. And then that person is Taylor Swift. That's what I heard. It might be true, it might not be. That's just sort of the nature of gossip.
Right. We'll know in a matter of hours whether or not it was true. To me, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. That's why I feel like it's worth mentioning, because big American star.
Yeah.
They do pass the baton to
Symbolism.
a symbol of the next country.
We love symbolism.
So why not tailored? And she's there. Her tour allows for it right now. She's obviously all warmed up for tour.
There've just been a lot of rumors about this performance. Also, that Lady Gaga will be performing with Celine Dion to sing La Vie en Rose. Which,
did we make that up? Or
no, we said that, like, what will Celine sing? And we're like, oh, La Vie en Rose.
And we were like, what's a French song? La Vie en Rose. Who does that remind us of? Lady Gaga. There are rumors that she's going to be there.
Then, like, the official rumor came out that they were performing that song together. That one makes less sense to me, because why would they bring on an American singer to sing a French song? Like, this isn't about America; it's about the world.
The baton could be going to Lady Gaga. It was right in front of us the whole time.
Wait, that makes so much more sense.
Also good.
No, wait. Also really, really good. I'm just like kind of feel stupid. Like obviously that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And maybe Taylor will be there to watch, because, you know, we know she like knows Simone, and there's like the Taylor connection. Simone is doing her floor routine to one of Taylor's songs. So I'm sure like a lot of people are doing something to Taylor's songs. Like everybody's getting ready to Taylor songs. But maybe she's just there as a purveyor
spectator.
and as a fan of the sport.
Yeah.
Do we think any of the royals are going to be there? It's Paris. Not for a second I thought it was London, but like still, we know Kate loves tennis. Tennis is like huge at the Olympics.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because also I was just watching Olympics opening ceremonies of yore, and remember the London one where James Bond like goes and gets the queen, and she like fake shot out of a parachute helicopter and landed in the stadium in her seat, and then she was really in the stadium.
And then didn't they have like fake tea? Her and Bond had like fake tea or something?
I think that was for the Platinum Jubilee.
Paddington.
She's done a lot of of sketches,
cameos,
of vignettes.
Yeah, that was cute.
Her and Paddington was the cutest.
I'm like having a hard time thinking of famous French people, because like you obviously when you host opening ceremonies, like you tap into your best and brightest resources. In London, of course, they're going to go Bond. That's what they're known for. And then the royals, Paddington, genius. Who is famous in French?
Okay,
Celine Dion, literally.
All like historic.
Maybe that's why they had to go French Canadian, dead ass.
Yeah, because I'm getting like Marie Antoinette.
Well, she is famous.
Alfred Dreyfus.
Okay, you have
Charles
to
de
throw
Gaulle.
modern in there for
sorry.
Yeah, Charles de Gaulle is going to pass the baton.
Charles de Gaulle will pass it to Claude Debussy.
Literally. Okay, famous current French.
Gerard Depardieu, Brigitte Bardot, Coco Chanel. Alive. Hold on. Got to add
Here are
alive.
the 20 most famous, not history.
Yeah, you got to add
kind of have
alive.
nothing.
Okay, Catherine Deneuve, Brigitte Bardot.
Marion Cotillard. I feel like they're always talking about her, right?
Coco Chanel is alive. No, born in 1883. Okay, thanks.
That would be crazy.
Thanks, useless. I think all's to say they don't have much of a
by
global,
way of.
They don't have a global footprint
Yeah.
in the fame game.
In Hollywood.
What about Marion Cotillard? Did you just say her?
Not 30 seconds ago.
So her.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Marianne Cotillard.
I think she'll be like the symbol of the
Exciting.
games.
That's fun.
Yeah.
No, I feel like we're just missing something. Maybe not even like singers, actors, like something.
Yeah.
Even like a tennis player. Well, I guess he would be playing tennis. It's like Nadal is Spanish. Djokovic is Serbian.
Federer. Roger.
I feel like he's also Spanish.
Roger could be Swiss.
Shit. No, they kind of have nothing to
Imagine
show
how
for
they
it.
feel. Like their committee, they're like,
Yikes. Putting out the call.
yeah.
Maybe they...
The ghost of Edith Piaf comes.
Like the hologram. Maybe they, not to be rude, shouldn't host. Like they obviously are ill-equipped. No, let me reserve judgment after I see it.
Yeah.
And they do have a lot of culture in France that they can show, you know, little mustaches and red lipstick and like cigarettes.
Yeah.
And like little afternoon naps after everybody has a little bit of wine. Like you go show up at the opening ceremonies, everybody's just like drunk and asleep. So French.
A slumber party.
Love that.
But we will reserve judgment until it's just hours away. So we can hold on till then.
And how exciting is that? It's mere hours away.
It's mere hours away. However, the Olympians are already going viral.
Ilona Maher, my queen.
Ilona Maher is an Olympian joking about finding her match at the Olympic Village. She said, I'm here to find love. So
if you have not been following Ilona Maher since the last Olympics, you are missing out. She does reels.
Yeah.
She's a rugby player, but she mostly does TikTok. That's like where she blew up. She is so famous because of TikTok, and she is somebody who could have been voted to hold. She's a famous Olympian.
Yes, exactly. And so she's already making content about the Olympics, and she's doing like Love Island themed content about how she is excited to get into the Olympic Village to meet her match.
No, I'm
She
crying.
said, I cannot wait to get into the Olympic Village. It's going to be a crazy summer. Honestly, I'll probably be the fittest bird in there. So she's using audio from Love Island. She said, it's called the Olympic Village. This isn't Love Island. A woman interrupted from behind the camera. She said, yeah, I guess if we want to say that, but I still want to try to couple up early on. It's the early days, but at the end of the day, I'm there to find love. That's classic Love Island chat. At the end of the day.
I imagine Ilona Maher's back hurts from like not only being a rugby player, which is like the craziest sport, but also from putting like all the social media from the last 2 Olympics on her back. And she's already off to a great start. We haven't even started the Olympics yet and she's going viral. And I actually saw a TikTok today. Coco Gauff did like a fly with me to the Olympics. I don't know why I thought like all the Olympians would be on like a plane together, kind of how like an NBA team travels. But she was like flying Delta One, like on a regular plane, like with other people. I know. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Maybe because she's in like a solo sport, but I think teams fly together.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe like the swim.
I made that up, but it feels right.
No, because like it's a solo sport, but like so is gymnastics. But like, you know,
no, they're a team. They do individuals, but they are the women's team.
Oh, do you think there's not do you think it's not like that for tennis? Maybe there's like a women's team, everybody in their own matches.
No, that makes sense
right?
too. Yeah.
Whatever. But she was then showing like her room and stuff. And I seriously, because we were just talking about LeBron James, like there is no fucking way LeBron James is sleeping in that bed.
No, there's no way. No, he's staying at the Ritz, 100%.
No, but like Coco Gauff is literally the most famous. I don't think you have a choice. I think you have to stay there. And if Coco Gauff is staying there, LeBron James is staying there. The bed is made out of cardboard. It is a twin size. It's smaller than what you slept in college. There is no way that the basketball players are sleeping in that. For real.
We need clarity.
I need LeBron James to get on TikTok and start doing a day in his life or reels. I don't discriminate.
Yeah, but I feel like he's definitely getting special privileges and that would make people mad.
But the thing about the Olympics is like nobody gets, and it's not our country.
I know, but it's also physics. Like
it's inhumane.
It's just like math. He is too long for this bed.
Like he would have to sleep like a
But it's same
cocoon.
for the swimmers too. But the swimmers aren't as famous. Like to me, the idea that LeBron James is sleeping in that bed, like it's not happening. But the swimmers are.
Like Simone Biles sleeping in the same size bed as LeBron James. Like it's just downright wrong.
It was just like us talking about how at fat camp, like the youngest girls got the same amount of calories as the oldest boys.
Yes, it's very similar to that.
It didn't make a lot of sense.
Let me see if LeBron James has posted anything on social media that would indicate like his quarters, you know?
Okay. I feel like he doesn't use social media like that. Like everything is taken on a real camera, not on an iPhone.
Yeah, he doesn't have like active stories. He has no stories right now. And all of his, it's all
He's not like talk to camera selfie style.
Who else is on this team? I didn't even think about that. That is Devin Booker.
Victor Wembanyama's on the team.
Classic. The one who slapped Britney. Stop. Devin Booker.
Okay.
That guy looks so familiar. Oh, Steph Curry. That's why. Not me saying that guy looks familiar. Stop. Okay, like not LeBron, not tagging anyone. Like, please help. Oh, USA basketball here. Okay. Here we go. Women's. I'm sorry to these people. I don't know. Oh, Brittany Griner. LeBron. Kevin Durant. I know him.
Is Brittany Griner sleeping in the bed?
She probably is, and it's wrong.
It poses the same issue.
I think that's Joel Embiid. I'm like so sporty. I know him. Oh, give me a second. Dwight Howard. And that I think is all the faces that I know. God forbid they just tag people. My God.
That's not cool.
It's not cool. Like
not even for us, but like for the people, like help them, get their shine.
Okay, now they have like, everybody's pictures, but they still like put their names, please.
Let me see.
Like, can I get a name? Well, I know that's Kevin Durant, but
okay.
Happy for him.
All else to say, follow Ilona Maher. I'm excited for Olympic Village content. I'm excited for the stories, and I do hope she finds love.
No, she's going to keep us abreast. Like, if you really want to know, because the Olympics is a story always. Like, it's always interesting. The Olympic Village is like the most interesting part, and if you want like the true tea, Ilona Maher is like where you go.
Sweet.
And also, I think she's introducing the world to the sport of female rugby, which a lot of people don't think about. In America, we don't think about rugby, period.
No.
And if we are, like, let's be real, we're not thinking about female rugby. And she's sort of changing the narrative on that.
I love that.
Yeah, because, it's hard to stand out on a team sport like that.
Yeah.
And she really made an opportunity for herself. She's the most famous rugby player, and she's one of the most famous Olympians on social media.
It's very smart.
I think she's a toaster.
It's giving toasty energy, but it's very smart. Of course, she's having fun, and this is a natural extension of Ilona's self.
Of course.
But brand opportunities, I'm sure through the roof.
No, she crushes it. Like as an influencer in the off season, like I always kept up with her. Like she's the face of many, many brands and she does good work. And it's hard. We're always talking about how, you know, if you're not one of the most famous Olympians, like sometimes Olympians have to work other jobs. Like they can't commit fully to training because it doesn't pay the bills unless you become Wheaties, Simone Biles. And so social media has been great for a lot of Olympians to make income and sustain their training.
Yeah.
And that's great.
That is great.
No, and she really is like the top of the heap. She like crushes it.
Are you ready for our next story? Speaking of influencers.
Like no, because I could seriously talk about the Olympics till the day I die, but continue.
Well, it's only starting, you know, like you have to pace yourself because I could just see us like getting so excited and then like 3 days in we're like,
it's kind of boring. Anybody else like over the Olympics?
Especially because the early days aren't the most buzzing.
Because they're not that competitive yet.
Yeah. And there's a big groups and they got to whittle down.
Yeah.
And it's not
you have to play like the losers.
Yeah. Yeah.
All I know is that while I am an American, I also like I'm just as equally rooting for Team Israel. I'm sure they're putting up with a lot.
They're putting up with
I just
the
followed
most,
them
like,
on TikTok too.
Death threats.
Team Israel, yeah.
Every day, every which way. They're literally getting like packages sent to their home, like with information for their funeral.
No, and by the way, like this is where the Olympics get so interesting because we were just talking about this with the Adidas campaign. Like the intersection of Olympics and geopolitical landscapes. I feel like it recently happened with Russia. Like it's really interesting, and it's like I mean, you can't ignore what's going on. And then like when all the countries get together, it's like, will they, won't they?
But it's scary too. It's not just interesting. Like I feel like
because of what happened in Munich.
Like, Eurovision.
Yeah.
Aside from like the threats that Edom from Israel was under, like for everyone else, it's like, yeah, it's definitely like political and who do we want to support and champion? But now with the Olympics, it's like, it's just scary. Mm-hmm. So
stay safe out there.
To the Israeli athletes, good luck out there. Are you ready for our next story?
Number
4.
Yes.
Olivia Culpo is responding to the wedding dress backlash for the first time. So Olivia Culpo sat down with People magazine in her first interview since her Rhode Island wedding on June 29th. She said that her words were twisted and not what she intended. So she said, I wanted to feel like myself in every sense of the word. And I think that's where my decision to be more pared down came in. She said, hold on.
She basically also explained that like when she first explained herself, she feel like it got taken out of context and people were like not digesting what she actually meant.
Which is exactly how I feel. Like they were inferring other things from what she said when that's not what she said, first of all. And
that's not what she meant.
That's not what she meant. And that's frustrating. And then they were like assigning, you know, things to it that it wasn't. So at the time she had told Vogue that she didn't want to exude sex in any way, shape or form. However, her comments quickly took the internet by storm. She said in an interview with People that her words were taken out of context. I wanted to feel like myself in every sense of the word, and I think that's where my decision to be more pared down came in. I feel like I personally like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and unfortunately, I feel like the words I said were spun out of context to fit an agenda that I did not have. She chose a more conservative dress over something more flashy or trendy because she didn't want to look back and regret the choice. She said, quote, I loved every part of my wedding because I love my husband and the people we got to celebrate that day with. The choices that I made are because I wanted to feel like they're choices I could be proud of in 50 years. And that's it.
No, like I understood what she meant. Like I said yesterday, like reading comprehension, media literacy is an all-time low in this country.
Yeah.
And the fact that like you have to explain like your choices about your wedding. Weddings are so personal. And like they're a reflection of you, your values, your childhood, the person you're marrying, your family. Like it's who gives a so you wouldn't do it, so don't.
No, but also what she's saying in general, like she said a statement. And then if you look at that statement through a number of different lenses, you can find meaning in it that she's telling us she did not mean.
Right.
And I feel like people do that all the time. And when she's saying like, I give people the benefit of the doubt, like that it's not through that lens, that it's through a different lens or just as she meant it to be said. But people do that all the time where like, oh, you said this, so you mean that. And it's
but
like,
you must have meant.
Why don't you just like think for a second and give people the benefit of the doubt that like they don't mean whatever crazy thing that you think that they mean and they just mean the words that they said.
Of course, because also if you continue to look at what she wore throughout the day, she ends up in like a very sexy, revealing, really cute mini dress.
Fashion.
So obviously it wasn't a statement on like women and sex and marriage and Christianity. Like people really ran with it and were like making it out to be something that it wasn't. And if you just looked at the other pictures, like she obviously didn't mean that. And I understand. I think a lot of people feel that way. Like while maybe their personal style day to day is super trendy, when it comes to a wedding dress, like people really think about it. That's how you're supposed to think about a marriage. That's going to last forever. And you're going to show your grandkids this dress. And you don't want them to think like, ew, what's that ugly dress? You want it to be classic.
Yeah.
And so I thought the way she explained it made sense. I understood it at the time. And I actually liked the dress. And that's the thing about fashion. It's subjective. You don't have to like it, but I thought her explanation made perfect sense.
What's also so crazy is what she said is how a lot of brides feel. Like, I want this to be a traditional dress. Like, I don't want to look back and think I was caught up in a trend and I regret it. Like how we look back at like dresses from the 80s
when we look
or
back at
whatever.
our eyebrows from the 90s.
So I feel like a lot of brides say that, think that, go into a wedding dress salon and say that. And that's like a normal thing to say. But now all of a sudden it's become like a lightning rod that she's like keeping women down and just like being oppressed. Like what? This is a thing that we've all so many, I don't think it's, my dress wasn't like the most traditional. So it's not something that like I said, but it was something I wanted to feel like me. That was like what but everyone is like, I want something classic that looks good in any era.
No, it was really wild to watch that very almost cliche statement.
Almost cliche.
Become like a polarizing thing. And it just, I feel like it's a continuation of what we said yesterday. Like, you can't make, as like a public figure who's a woman, like you can't make a choice in your life without you being a bad something or you failing here or you setting a bad, it's like, she liked the dress, leave her the fuck alone.
It's really so crazy. Also, I feel like I enjoyed her wedding content as a fan
immensely.
and a follower of hers, and all this other drama. Like, I've only seen because, you know, it's the stories every day or like you'll send me stuff, but I'm not on TikTok. So I didn't know there was like this huge like backlash to her wedding dress, but like how annoying like that your whole day is kind of, and I'm sure she's like compartmentalizing and being like, I'm not going to let this like color how I see my wedding, but like to have like the best day of your life followed. And she was putting out so much content and being like so open and, you know, doing
sharing.
the influencer thing and like giving us what we wanted. And then for people to take it and shit on it, like is so sad.
It is. I do feel like a lot of the scandal, if you will, around her wedding was exacerbated by Christian commenting on that girl's video. Like that really made it from like internet idiocy, like threads into the mainstream. And I think maybe if they were to look back on it, they might regret that one choice because you never want to, it's like, it's so unfair. People can say whatever they want about you and you can't say something back. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But you're Christian McCaffrey, like you're Olivia Culpo. It does make it bigger.
Yeah. I agree with that.
So that's the only thing, if I were them, I would have done differently.
It's so hard to bite your tongue, but
Of
it's
course.
like what you have to do.
No, it sucks. Like, girl, shut up. You're ugly and annoying. Like, that's what I want to say all the time when literally anyone, whenever anyone criticizes me, like whether it's even in a nice way, I'm like, you're ugly and dumb and I'm not. Bye.
Not even that. I want to correct everything that they've just said.
Of course. It's really frustrating.
And like, it's a natural inclination to want to stick up for yourself and to want to stick up for like your new wife.
Of course.
But yes,
but PR
it
strategy,
made it a story.
now looking back at it.
As opposed to just like a random account.
Like that's where you heard
take.
about it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Who knows how big it would have gotten, but I agree that definitely accelerated things.
I think it would have been just like classic internet stuff. It wouldn't have been like what we associate her wedding with now. That's what I think.
I agree.
So yeah.
Darn.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
If it's our fifth and final story, that is brought to you by Alo Moves. Keeping up with travel plans and a wellness routine, these days it feels impossible. That was until we found Alo Moves, the health and wellness app that keeps me up with our wellness routines wherever we are. So from beginner to advanced, Alo Moves has the flow or class that will fit your schedule. Their classes range from 5 minutes to an hour, so if we are on the move or at home, you can always make time for your wellness routine. It has everything. They've got yoga, Pilates, strength workouts, meditation, sound baths, nutrition tips, self-care tutorials, and so much more. It's really, really easy to see why Alo Moves is an award-winning app for that reason. So whether you want to start a guided program, try a new style or workout, or just stay on track with your wellness goals while on the go, Alo Moves has it all, and they have over 100 new classes being added every single month. Alo Moves keeps you hooked and motivated. It's a constant stream of fresh vibes for your wellness journey. There was a time in my life where like the idea of virtual fitness like was something I could never do. Let me tell you, it has really saved me. One, because you don't realize how like a lot of times you don't have access to a gym or even like a good street to go for a run on. Like you really are confined. If you work from home, you know, it can be really hard to like get out of that rut. I actually think virtual fitness is amazing. I think a lot of us realize that with COVID, and Alo Moves is no exception. Stay on top of your wellness routine no matter where you go this summer and sign up for Alo Moves today. Join alomoves.com. Use our code TOAST for an exclusive 30-day free trial. Plus enjoy 20% off an annual membership, but only when you go to Alo Moves, ALOMOVES.com. Our code is TOAST for a 30-day free trial and 20% off an annual membership. Alomoves.com. Our code is TOAST. Today's episode is also brought to you by Manscaped, and today we are here to celebrate the perfect summer grooming companion that will keep your man looking cool even when it's sizzling outside. We're excited to introduce to you the latest version of the Lawnmower family, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra in the new colorway White Hot from Manscaped. In a sea of options to choose from, For perfect grooming routines, Manscaped undoubtedly shines. And now by popular demand, they're riding the white hot waves with their new special edition trimmer that comes in white. So help your partner step up their grooming game this summer with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra in white hot. Experience precision like never before with next-gen dual skin-safe blade heads, an updated trimmer blade, and an interchangeable foil blade for peak performance. The blades are updated and they're not just for show. They're designed to keep you looking smooth and sleek under the summer sun. Great for the man in your life if you need your man to like start, just like tidying up. Manscaped is the best brand. Everything they make is amazing. They have great travel products. They make boxers. Like they're just a brand. Once you buy something from them, you will like. And every time you need something for the man in your life, whether it's like a husband, a dad, you can go, beard oil. Manscaped has like kind of the TMT stamp of approval. Here's where things get interesting. They also have a foil blade crafted to transcend the boundaries of your typical trim, with the trimmer blade. This foil blade is designed to leave your man with a finish that's irresistibly sleek and utterly bare. So get 20% off and free shipping with our code TOAST at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code TOAST at manscaped.com. That's TOAST, our code at manscaped, manscaped.com. Code TOAST.
Thank you, Code
You're welcome.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story? Bette Midler is giving some marriage advice.
Yeah.
The secret to her 40-year marriage, she says, is separate bedrooms.
This is like a thing. This is a thing a lot of people say who have been married for a long time. I feel like it's very Hollywood. I don't know how many like lay people sleep in separate beds.
How many bedrooms? Like, do you just have beds on beds?
Right. Like, I don't know if, every couple who's been married for 40 years just has like a spare guest room.
Yeah.
There's always the couch.
And my question is like, you didn't get married and go straight to separate beds.
No.
So like how many years in do you make the switch?
I also think, I don't know if this is like a universal piece of advice because I think it's very personality dependent. Like for me, my favorite part of being married is not having to sleep alone. I'm not someone who needs like crazy space in the bed. Like I love sleeping with another person. And I think there are two types of people in this world.
Yeah.
Like, this is something, kind of a compromise for marriage, or it's like a benefit of marriage. I'm somebody like, don't ever try and leave the bed, Ben. I don't care how you feel. Like, I love having someone to sleep with.
Well, she says they sleep in separate bedrooms because he snores. Ben snores?
So you'll have to ask him because, no, you'll have to ask me again. I answered that question.
Does Ben snore?
Yes.
He seems like the type.
He's also, and I think a lot of women can relate to this experience, he's a snorer and a gaslighter. Because like I won't be able to sleep and then I'll hear him snoring and then I certainly can't sleep while he's snoring and I'll just shake him and be like, you're snoring, please. He's like, no, I wasn't. He's like, I wasn't even asleep. What are you talking about? What?
Damn.
Like I live in reality and the reality is you were sleeping and guess what? You were snoring.
I don't think enough about like how blessed I am that neither my husband nor I snore. It's kind of how I feel about like not having ever to wear glasses. Like it's like a very like small thing that I take for granted that I think makes a big difference. And I could see for me like it leading to separate bedrooms.
No, it's really annoying. I will say though, there's usually a root underlying issue. And I think when you're overweight, you are more likely to snore. And so with Ben losing weight, I think his snoring went down. Also, I talk about this all the time. Ben has like a lot going on in the nasal department. He's always clearing his throat, blowing his nose. And he's always fighting a sinus infection. So, you say stop snoring. He's like, I'm sick, Yeah. But he recently has been, I would say for the last like 3 months on this medicated, what's it called? Like a neti pot, He has an electric one. Of course, he got like a fancy one. It's called a Navage. And he puts like a medicated powder in it. And I have to say, it's really working. He travels everywhere with this like turnt shopping bag of saltwater pods for his Navage, his actual Navage machine, and this prescription, I don't know what the hell it is, like steroid almost. And it really, I don't want to jinx it. I've had no issues for quite a few months.
Oh, that's nice.
It might also be seasonal. I don't know.
I think for also some people, they get to separate bedrooms just by way of like habit. I think when kids start to sleep in your bed with you, then one person is like, and I feel like sometimes the mom or probably the dad is like, I don't want the kids to sleep in the bed, but the mom is like, yeah. So then he goes to the separate room and then that just kind of becomes like
standard.
That's
true.
That's what I've heard. So that's one way to get there. Cause like, and I'm not trying to get there because Zach and I like co-sleep.
Well.
We co-sleep well together.
I love that.
We're both like non-intrusive sleepers.
I could see that. I could see you guys like having a pillow wall in between because you both are like, this is my side, this is your side. Love you. Good night.
No, we don't have a pillow wall. But I
feel like you guys don't meet in the middle.
We don't meet in the middle. Like he comes over to my side and then I'm like, wait, there's all that space over there.
Move over.
But also the way I sleep with a pillow, I like to sleep weirdly
Pillow wall.
with my pillow vertically.
Yep. I know what you mean.
Because I like it on
like it's a human you're hugging almost.
Yeah, like I like it going down to me. Like I don't want the slope, the hard drop. Like it's better for my neck. So then weirdly, there is a pillow wall.
No, you're literally building a fort on your side of the bed.
Sorry, babe.
That's so funny.
It's not personal.
I sleep like I'm sort of like boundless in where I think I sleep sometimes in the middle, on my side, on Ben's side.
I could see that for you.
I'm very, very like aggressive and like selfish when it comes to like square footage of the bed.
I see that.
But also I'm a crazy hypocrite. If Ben has literally like a hair on my side, I will like get up and measure and be like, get the fuck out.
Damn.
Like what's mine is mine and what's yours is mine too.
Well,
that's how I feel.
Just know like separate bedrooms seems to work for some people. I don't think we're like candidates, you know, that's not the issue.
No. I could opt for like separate bathrooms.
Separate kitchens.
You have separate toilets.
We do have separate toilets.
That is kind of major. Me and Ben, we don't like argue about the toilet a lot, but there's so many things like related to the toilet that he does that piss me off.
We have separate bathrooms actually.
Yes, you do.
So like whatever he's doing, but that's not like, it's not like when we were in the same bathroom, his side was bothering me or anything.
Separate kitchens.
Separate kitchens.
I need Ben to have like a commercial kitchen in the basement that I never see.
Yeah.
He can do all of his cooking and his, filming. And that we have like we have a public presenting kitchen, which is the one I'm in charge of.
And then the chef's kitchen.
Whatever goes down in the dungeon is not my concern, not my problem.
He won't want to film in there if it's like an industrial grade chef's kitchen.
We'll make it aesthetic and we'll get like good lighting in there, but it won't be natural lighting because it'll actually be below ground. And they'll
like
have
some
rat
people
problems.
have a man cave, like he'll have his fork
Kitchen.
his fork cave.
His like commercial steel kitchen. Love that.
He would love that too. See, like that's the solution.
Well,
And then when you go to sell your house, people will be like,
it will end up on one of those pages like
Zillow Gone Wild.
It'll be like, why does this house have a random? It's like someone was living down here. No, just a husband who refused to clean.
just a husband who makes food videos every day and refuses to clean.
And like a wife who has a particular
a wife who's a sweeper.
Yeah.
She swept him all the way to the basement.
and like a wife who seriously like if the kitchen has just been cleaned and then Ben cooks and cleans like cannot have a normal reaction to that. Like seriously, I become someone who seriously belongs in anger management and I go fucking crazy. Like really, to me, I can't even get into it because I'll start getting angry. It is the height of disrespect.
We all have our triggers.
That is a huge trigger for me.
And it's the first step is identifying it. And the second
you have a
step,
problem, yeah.
The second step is avoiding it.
I love that.
Not fixing it. You're entitled to your reaction.
The second step is building a new kitchen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those were the Fast Five. I enjoyed them. And what's so fabulous about being us is that the show is not over yet. We have literally forgotten to do this 2 weeks in a row. Something about just like being in the Hamptons. It was the mold. Queenie and Weenie. We do a weekly segment here on The Toast every Friday where we just take a look at the week at a glance and we give out 2 awards. Queenie of the Week and more importantly, Weenie of the Week. Who acted like a Queenie this week and deserves our absolute applause.
Adoration.
And who was giving Weenie? Who was just like, and it's not so serious, it was just like,
it's 7-day title.
It's 7-day title. What should we start with?
This too shall pass. Let's start with Queenie, of course. We always like to start on a positive because that's just who we are. I'm going to go first.
Please.
Because my Queenie this week, and her name is Samantha.
The dirty big bitch in my bunk who gave the counselor and me lice?
Yes. So I'm sure when Samantha, the dirty big bitch, got lice and gave it to the counselor and
hard.
Logan, like that was a really hard day for her.
Lice is horrible.
But like everything happens for a reason. And I can say the reason for that would be like to spawn the iconic moment that we've been talking about all week on MTV's Fat Camp. And then also like giving us like, we did our whole Patreon about Fat Camp. Like, thank you to Samantha, the dirty big bitch in my bunk. Like wherever you are, just know like you have my love and adoration.
Mine is kind of similar because it's also about Fat Camp, but
this was just like the week of Fat Camp.
It was, and that's why my Queenie is Olivia Oshry, because our older sister Olivia, like the reason we went to Fat Camp had a lot to do with her and like some things she went through in her childhood, and we go into it on Patreon, and Jackie and I sort of like aired out all of like the shit she had to deal with when she was a kid
also
on the
all
Patreon.
The stuff that like when we were younger, the things that like we couldn't say, like we didn't even tell people that we went to a Fat Camp, which is why I never signed the release. And as we're doing the Patreon, we're like, wait, will Olivia care that we said this or that or this? So I
called her and she was so cool. She thought it was so funny. And I was like, is it okay that we shared X, Y, and Z? And she was like, of course. She thought it was funny. She really let us exploit probably a dark time in her life for the sake of our art. And that is Queenie-like behavior.
That is Queenie-like behavior. Shout out.
So thank you to Olivia for being a queen.
And also shout out to Margot while we're shouting out sisters.
Sure.
Because our little sister Margot always DNS's me TikToks without question.
That's download and send.
That's download and send. I'm sure you saw on our Instagram this week, like Claudia, stop sending me TikToks because I can't watch them.
Because who has the time to she's like, I can't watch it, download and send it to me. No.
So, and sometimes now she'll send me the ones that I absolutely have to watch. And I agree, the one that you sent me, like I didn't need to watch and I enjoyed, but I can't watch it. So I said, like, can you please DNS? And she's like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, like seriously, go figure it out.
And my husband was across the room. I said, can I borrow your phone to watch a TikTok? And he was like, yeah, when I walk over there.
Right,
So in that time, I texted Margot, like, I just sent the link. I'm like, can you download and send this to me?
And you know, we're always saying that we are scrappy and industrious. And there, look at you.
And who would have thought, like, out of all the sisters, that like Margot's the one who takes the time to help her granny, big sister?
I could have guessed that.
Really?
I feel like, you know, when you work at a corporate job, you're just like always looking for things to do.
And you just get things done.
Yeah.
You don't let the grass grow under your feet.
She's got that like director energy.
So I want to shout out to Margot while we're shouting out sisters.
Love that.
And you and I.
Of course.
For always DNSing and never even asking why.
Weenie of the week, more fun. You first.
My weenie of the week is, like, I think the global objective weenie of the week, something that we haven't even spoken about enough or shamed this person enough for, but it's the CrowdStrike employee who like fucked up the algorithm.
Oh my God, that feels like so long
but
ago.
Like it was people's entire weeks. Like people were living in the airport for 4 days because they couldn't, like, because one person, or I don't know, maybe it's a team of people, maybe the whole team needs to go, but like you had one job. It was just an update. Like, get it together.
Okay, that's like a good one. Mine now feels mean, but I will continue. Nevertheless, I shall persist.
And I just feel like you and I didn't give this person enough shit.
I agree. Well, I think they should release the name. What happened to personal accountability?
Right. Like, how do we make sure this doesn't happen again? Like, that's just so unacceptable. Like,
I know.
Literally, like, this society can't function.
They didn't even say like if they fired the person. Like there really was no sort of follow up, and I think they're still like unraveling and investigating. But still, like they know
it shouldn't take so long. And I feel like the more time passes, the more people will forget, and like you know, people won't be held accountable. But I'm sorry, like mothers and children sleeping on the airport floor, not acceptable.
Agreed. And it's like still happening.
Yeah.
My weenie of the week, I'm sorry, and this is where it's just important to remember that like weenie is like a fun thing. It's not like so serious. But when I think of like the essence of weenie dumb, I think of J-Lo frolicking through the field in like a big custom Bridgerton dress at her 55th birthday party, like with an outfit change, and like she probably spent like in the Hamptons like $1 million.
Yeah.
If you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't.
Also, I just want to say something about like having a birthday party outside of your like home where you live. Mm-hmm. Like how many people were at that party? How many friends does she have? Do you know what I mean?
I think when you're J-Lo and like you decide you want to throw a party,
people
like
just show up.
But
they
like, come. And the people even
that makes me sad too, because like that's not your real friends.
No, I think like your real friends, like they come.
Oh, they fly in?
Yeah, like you're J-Lo, like even your friends care.
Right, but then that's not like real friendships where, you know,
all I want to know
like
about
everyone
this party,
like sort of, it's giving Queen Charlotte, like everyone just like in your court being like J-Lo,
you're amazing. I really want to know, the only thing that interests me about this party is whether or not Leah Remini was there, because the rumors are that like their friendship had broken up. To me, that was one of the great wonders of the world. Like what happened in that elevator with Solange, like what happened between J-Lo and Leah Remini. And apparently, because the sort of breakup of their friendship was made public when she didn't go to J-Lo and Ben Affleck's wedding. And I think that Ben
is the reason they're not friends.
Is the reason they're not friends. And they were recently spotted together, almost like, oh, well, the marriage is over. It's just like, it's convenient, you know, timing. And I do wonder if she was at the party.
Yeah.
Because they were sort of one of the great Hollywood friendships.
Yeah. It's tough. Like Carly and Tailored.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can it ever last? I guess like Oprah and Gail.
Oprah and Gail. That's a perfect example.
Okay.
Me and you.
Me and you, a great Hollywood friendship.
That was number one. Extremely Hollywood. Extremely great.
And extremely friends only, like not sisterhood.
No, not bound by blood.
Screw sisterhood.
I agree. That's our show, you know? Like that's pretty much it.
And if you take one thing away from this, screw sisterhood.
Correct.
In favor of more sisterhood.
Boom.
It's not enough sisterhood. That's how you got to screw it and do it again.
Thank you guys so much for listening to the Toast and Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast five stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please, seriously, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We are also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So at Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places where we listen to podcasts. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, about how stunning, and about how wiggly talented we are.
You sound like Dear Reader.
What a splendid evening, dear reader. Dearest reader, Weenie of the week.
Love ya. Bye.